Hi, it's me Jacqueline. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to the channel, then please subscribe my channel and visit my Patreon page, link in the description.
You're kidding. I couldn't believe what Mom was asking. No, I'm not. It will save us money and you will be helping your sister. Mom, I can't wear a dress. It's not like you will be wearing it. You will just be fitting it. But I can't. Why not? I'm a boy. Mrs. Streichler thought Bobby would have jumped at the chance to help with the dress. Not only was he being given permission, but it was her idea. She wondered if she had misjudged the situation. The way he was acting, she had doubts about her decision. I told you he wouldn't help me, Becky stated flatly. He only thinks of himself. No, I don't, I retorted. You're the selfish one. Then you'll do it? Mom asked. Do I have to? Yes, I guess, but she can't tell anyone. If kids in school find out, I'll be embarrassed. Mom assured me she won't tell anyone. I promise, Becky said, thinking, the hell I won't. You'll find a shapewear and undergarment set in your top drawer. Mrs. Streichler could tell by Bobby's expression that he didn't understand her statement. You will need to wear them. What? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Why? You need to be as close to Becky's shape as I can make you. Mom, must I? Yes. I went to my bedroom. In my top drawer was the pink shapewear and undergarment set. I remembered them from the other night. They were very soft and looked appealing. The other night when I took them out of the dryer, I wondered what they would be like to wear. Now, I was about to find out. I stripped out of my clothes and held the undergarments up, uncertain about putting them on. It was strange. I was drawn to them yet afraid to wear them. There was something comforting about the fabric. Slowly, I stepped into the undergarments. The way the fabric hugged me felt strange but comforting. I became embarrassed that I was feeling at ease in the undergarments. I held the shapewear in front of me. It was an intricate garment. I turned it around while studying the lace. I had never seen Mom or Becky put one on, so it wasn't clear to me how it worked. I was confident you didn't step into it, so I tried hooking it and slipping it over my head without success. Finally, I wrapped it around my waist and hooked it, then pulled it into place. It was difficult to slip my arms through the straps while trying to adjust it. There's an easier way to do that. Mom stood in my doorway. I jumped. Mom, embarrassed, I tried covering myself. Don't worry. Mom, this isn't funny. I'm sorry. She turned around. Put your pants on, and I'll fix the shapewear. It's not my shapewear, I mumbled while I rushed to get my pants on. Are your pants on? Yes. When I put my shapewear on, I just slipped my arms through the straps and then reached behind to hook the clasp, Mom explained, showing me how to do it. Thanks, Mom, but I won't be wearing shapewear after tonight. Bobby, it will take weeks for Becky to sew her dress. Weeks? When I agreed to help, I thought it was just tonight. No, dear. It takes time to sew a dress. Put your top on, then come to my room. I don't know if I can do this. You agreed to it, you have to. Mom turned and left my room. I pulled my white t-shirt on. When I looked in the mirror, I could see the shapewear underneath. I felt a mix of strange emotions. Part of me felt proud, but another part wanted to stop. There was no going back, though. I headed for Mom's room. The short walk to her room felt unforgettable, as I was aware of my every movement. I felt nervous about how Becky would react. I'm here, I told Mom while glancing back at Becky sitting on the sofa. The way she smiled at me made me uncomfortable. Come over here, Mom said. I cut a pair of old undergarment hose to stuff with cotton balls. What for? You need to fill out the upper part. You need to be the same size as Becky. I gave her a questioning look. Don't worry, I gave Becky a little help when she was 12, Mom said, continuing to explain how she helped Becky with her shapewear. Okay, let's see how this fits. Mom pulled my shirt up and placed a padding in. After studying it for a moment, she adjusted and added a few more cotton balls to make the shape even. She worked to make the second one match the first. Once she was done, she placed them in my shapewear. I don't know if I'd say you're lucky or if you missed out, but you get to start with a B cup, she said, stepping back to assess her work. I stood there staring down at the padding. It felt strange, but oddly comforting to see the small shape through my t-shirt. Straighten your back, Stand tall. I did as she asked. Becky, can you come here? Mom called. Becky stopped at the door. What? Stand next to your brother. I need to check the size. Looks good, Becky said, thinking, I need to get a picture of my little brother helping out. Mom reached under my shirt and adjusted the shapewear. The padding is too high, she told me while adjusting the straps. I blushed. Next door, in trailer 11, Vanessa happened to glance out the side window. She was shocked by what she saw. Bobby, her neighbor and best friend, was wearing shapewear and Mrs. Streichler was adjusting the straps. What the? Vanessa muttered. What's wrong? Mrs. Kiss asked. It's Bobby. You're not going to believe me, but he's wearing shapewear. Mrs. Kiss walked over to the window. So she did it. Did what? Asked Vanessa. Becky needed a dress form for the prom dress she's sewing. Linda tried to borrow one, but no luck. So she came up with the idea of having Bobby help out as the form. You're kidding, why? Vanessa asked, feeling sorry for Bobby. Bobby's 13th birthday is in a couple of weeks. She's trying to save money for a gaming station he wants. Oh, Vanessa found the situation intriguing. You should go over and give him some words of encouragement. We have a quiz in Spanish tomorrow, but I could go over to study. That's a good idea. Just make sure you don't giggle or tease him. Mom, I wouldn't do that. He's my best friend. I know. It's just that the slightest teasing could make things uncomfortable. Vanessa grabbed her books and headed over to Bobby's trailer. Mom pulled my t-shirt down and adjusted the padding again, squeezing it gently. It felt awkward having her adjust it. There, how's that? Mom asked. They look natural on him, Becky said. I felt very uncomfortable. Mom, I can't do this. What? I just can't. Mom raised her hand to calm me. Bobby, I'm getting tired of your constant complaining. I saw Becky smile, but it wasn't a comforting one. Sorry, I mumbled. I think he needs a thinner waist, Becky said. Mom defended me. Bobby is not fat. I thought I was pretty slim, so hearing Becky's suggestion was surprising. I felt a bit insecure, especially when Mom measured us at Becky's suggestion. Becky had a smaller waist, which made me feel self-conscious. Suck it in a little, Bobby, Becky joked, patting my stomach. Mom. Becky, be nicer. Bobby is helping you, Mom reminded her. Sorry. I froze with fear when I heard a knock at the front door. It was then that I realized the curtains were open and anyone walking by could see inside. My anxiety grew thinking about who might see me. How many kids at school would find out about this? Can you get that? Mom asked Becky. Mom. I protested. Don't let anyone in. Hi, I heard Becky greet. Hi, Becky, is Bobby here? It was Vanessa. Becky had heard Bobby's protest, but the situation was too perfect. Come in, she said, stepping back to let Vanessa see. Bobby, Vanessa is here. I whispered to Mom, I can't go out there. Can you send her away? As Becky stepped into the room with Vanessa right behind her, I turned my back to them, trying to hide my discomfort. I knew it was silly, but I didn't want Vanessa to see the padding. Hey, Bobby, do you want to study Spanish with me? Vanessa asked. I stood there in silence. I couldn't believe I had let myself be convinced to help Becky with her dress project. I felt so awkward and uncomfortable. It was all Becky's idea, and I couldn't help but feel frustrated with her at that moment. Are you wearing shapewear? Vanessa asked. Neither Mom nor Becky said a word. I felt exposed and embarrassed. I took a deep breath, straightened up, and turned to face her, trying to stay calm. I made him wear it, Mom spoke up, coming to my defense. It's a favor for Becky. She's sewing a dress and needed a dress form. Oh, Vanessa said, shrugging her shoulders. I came over to see if you have time to help me study for the Spanish quiz tomorrow. That was it? I expected her to laugh. It was at that moment I realized Vanessa was truly a good friend. I don't know. When do we need to finish the dress? I asked Becky. You have time to study, Becky replied, a bit surprised by Vanessa's calmness. But don't take off the shapewear. I felt my face heat up. I thought, seriously, Becky? If you have a quiz tomorrow, take all the time you need, Mom said. Vanessa walked into the living room, and I followed her to the sofa. She sat in the middle, so I had to sit next to her. I felt a little awkward sitting there, still in the shapewear, but I tried to act normal. I tried to cover up the padding with my arms. She leaned in and whispered to me in Spanish, "I think you're the best. If I had a brother, I would hope he'd be like you." I thanked her in Spanish, feeling a bit more at ease. Her kindness helped me relax, though I couldn't shake the feeling of being in the shapewear. After I grabbed my Spanish notes and book, we spent the next hour studying. We decided to only speak in Spanish to help with our studies. Off and on during our study session, Vanessa made comments to me. When she said I looked great and joked that we could now do things like best friends, I wasn't entirely sure what she meant, but her acceptance was surprisingly comforting. The feeling I had earlier returned, and I didn't have the heart to explain that it was just for the week, but I did remind her I was helping Becky with the dress. As Mrs. Streichler watched her son from the kitchen, she noticed something different about him. It wasn't just that he was helping with the dress, or even wearing something he wasn't used to. It was the change in his mannerisms, his upbeat attitude. He was happy. She even heard him laugh. It had been a long time since she'd heard him laugh like that. She imagined him in a dress, with his hair pulled back in a ponytail, laughing, and for a moment, the image felt so real. She couldn't offer him everything materialistically, but she was determined to provide a home full of love and happiness.
Please subscribe for the next part and visit my Patreon page for early access.